I had a comment on a video just recently talking about automation, and someone wanted to see how automation can be shown when doing something like a build up or something like that. So how, if there was a snare, for example, snare building up into a reverb at the end and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is try and show you today, just with this little demonstration, how I've put together a little build up here, and I've got a folder down here with the automations for the snare and the automations obviously for the sidechain. So I'm going to quickly show you that today. First thing I'm going to do is show you that there is nothing on these channels. So this channel here is the sidechain, that is turned off, and this is the automations or the effects for the automations for the snare, so they're completely off. So what I'll do is I'll play what I've got so far, and then I'll move into the effects. So as you can hear, it's really kind of dry. There's no punch to it or anything like that. It's very flat. So this is where the automation comes into play. So what I've done is I've put on all of these plugins here. So I'll turn them all on. I'll show you each one. So Compressor, the Pro EQ. Now this is for the effect where it's like a sweep. I'll put some Bit Crusher on there just for some old school kind of crispiness. A Room Reverb again. All of these are being automated, so I will show you that. PSP, Vintage Warmer, Red Light Distortion, and a Beat Delay. So as you can see, all of these are going to be automated. So this is where we go down to the folder. Now, when I open this folder, it's all labeled correctly. So the EQ, the Bit Crusher, Reverb, etc. So you can see basically all of these plugins are being automated, as you can see with these white lines. Now what I do is I put them in a folder because you can still see the white line of the automation or the many automations, but what I do is I just click this little kind of icon here and it says expand envelopes. Now you can obviously set a key command for this. My key command is Shift E, and it basically opens out and tells me what is being automated. So I can see that the frequency here is the low cut and the high cut. So them two are being automated. So what I normally do is I select them all and I press Shift E, and it opens out everything that is being automated on this folder channel or the snare or whatever you might be automating. So as you can see, the reverb is telling you that it's doing the mix, the tail length, the width, the height. The saturation is doing the knee, the mix, and etc. So as you can see, there's a lot of info here. I find this a lot more easier than having just one channel when you press A and it turns automation on. I think it's a lot better putting it in a folder. It's shown you everything at once, so you know exactly what you're up to. So that's for the snare. Now for the sidechain, I've got the same thing. So I've just put it down as LFO because it's the LFO tool. So again, Shift E is my key command, and I'm automating the depth and the smooth. So as you can see, the curves here, the smooth is very minimal, but the depth is basically how much the sidechain pumps. So with everything turned on, I'm going to play you how this sounds now with the sidechain and all the plugins, and let's hear the difference. Sounds a lot more fuller, there's a lot more stuff happening. So what I'll do as well is while it's playing, I'm going to open up the plugins and show you exactly what's going on. Now the compressor, there is nothing being automated there. Let me move this out of the way. So we've got everything here. EQ, so I'm going to pull up the EQ. I'm going to pin that. So that's the EQ. The next one is the Bit Crusher and the Reverb. So let me pull up the Bit Crusher here. and the reverb. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on. So when you use automation in Studio One, you can actually see on the actual thing that you're automating, there will be some visual indication. So like a dot, it will show you that is the knob that is being automated. Or in this case with the EQ, you will see the EQ sweep. And some of the dots might not appear as green, they might appear as black. Some third-party plugins don't actually show any visual automation. They might show the knob moving, but it won't actually show like a little green dot as indicated here. So let's play this back and have a look with the Pro EQ, the reverb and a bit crusher. So now I'm going to open up the rest. So what do we got? PSP. I've got red light distortion as well. And I've got a beat delay. So I'm going to play this back again. Keep an eye out for the automation. As you can see, for example, on the red light, the dot shows up as a very, very small black dot. Down here on the beat delay, it's green, and the PSP doesn't actually show any visual dots. But remember, for the PSP, we are automating, let's have a look, the where are we? PSP saturation. We're automating the knee and the mix. So the mix is down here and the knee is top left. So let's have a listen. So try that out. Automation FX, put them into a folder. You can see everything at once. Obviously, when I'm finished here, I can just select all of these and then Shift E. They go back into a nice folder and everything is in place. So yeah, try that out. Let me know what you think. See you in the next one.